Welcome to Vlogmas Day 5. It's actually the afternoon on Vlogmas Day 5. I've had a long day at work doing archiving and building some shelves and dying of smoke inhalation. The whole world looks sepia. Anyway, so it's Thursday in Australia, which means it's Wednesday in the United States, which means today is AEW. And AEW is All Elite Wrestling, and All Elite Wrestling is amazing. So I thought we might take a little bit of a hiatus from the whole Christmas theme and instead talk a little bit about wrestling, specifically AEW, the best wrestling. I've been into wrestling for a while now, for a few years now, and obviously WWE is the thing, right? WWE is the one with Hulk Hogan and Steve Austin and The Rock and Becky Lynch and Roman Reigns and all that, and they're still around, they're still doing their thing, but AEW is just so much better. My favorite is Moxley, John Moxley. He used to be Dean Ambrose in WWE, and I liked him then too, but as Moxley he's just amazing. He's so cool and he's really good and I like him. But I've made a lot of new favorites too, people that I didn't even know existed before AEW, like Darby Allin. Darby Allin is my favorite. Darby Allin is so cool. Darby Allin does a lot of aerial stuff. He's super tough. He takes a lot of hits. He does skateboarding, which is cool. He skates to the ring. That's fun. There was this one match where he had his hands tied behind his back, and he still managed to climb the ropes and jump off and do aerial stuff with his hands tied behind his back. That's impressive. Sometimes people slip climbing the ropes and they have their hands, but he managed to climb up to the top rope with no hands. Come on, man. I really like the Best Friends, and the Best Friends have Orange Cassidy on their team, and everybody loves Orange Cassidy. And the Best Friends are obviously faces, which means good guys to anybody who doesn't know how wrestling works. One of their signature things is that they hug, and the camera zooms out when they hug, and it's you get as big a pop for that as you do for a devastating hit or something, and it's just these two guys hugging in the middle of the ring. So cute and so much fun, and they're really good too, in terms of actual wrestling ability. They're actually really good too, and they again do a lot of aerial stuff, and I like aerial, but they're just really good. I did really like Sammy Guevara, but when I first saw Sammy Guevara I thought he was really cool. You know why? Because he wore a panda on his head. He had a panda hat, and it was the coolest thing ever. But apparently you can't be a heel and have a panda hat, even if the panda looks angry. So he doesn't wear it anymore. And that makes me sad, because I only just found out that this guy existed, which means I didn't get to enjoy the years of him having the panda hat. I just get this new, I'm the Spanish god thing, and it's not interesting. You know what's interesting? Panda hat. Bring back the panda hat. But that's what we'll be doing tonight. When I eventually get home and out of this smoke-filled hell, I can feel it in my sinuses. I can feel the smoke in my sinuses, and it's very upsetting. So yeah, when we get home tonight, we will be watching AEW with Kian. One of my favorite things about AEW actually is Aubrey, the ref. She's the female ref, and she's so cool. She's just really cool. She's good. She doesn't make stupid calls. She doesn't take shit from any of the wrestlers. She's very she's a tough ref. She's a good ref, and she's got some personality, and she's her. And I follow her on Twitter, and she's excited about a ref outfit and showing us she paints her nails for pay-per-views and stuff. And it's just she's really good. I really like her. But if you've never watched wrestling before, you should at least try AEW. Because AEW is really good. They do good storylines. It makes sense week to week. They have good promos. They have good athletics. And it's just like watching really talented circus performers or stuntmen doing what they do best. It just happens to be in a wrestling room. And it's really impressive. They're all really great athletes, and it's really cool. It's just fun. I like it. I'm losing my voice. And the smoke is just getting worse. I mean, it's less orange now, kind of. But it's still pretty bad. Alright, I am going to stop talking so that I don't have to breathe in as much, so that I hopefully don't die of smoke inhalation before I get home. But when we do get home, we will be watching wrestling, and it will be amazing. That was awesome.
That is a hell of an absolute, and I do not deal in absolutes because you say you won't wrestle me. I need to wrestle you at Full Gear. You made a decision to throw in that towel. That was not your decision to make. It was only my decision. And you owe it to me because I hand-picked you, Max. Whether they thought you were too short, whether they thought that you were hood rich and the scarf that you cling to is indeed a fake, or whether it was that you do the worst crossroads in all of wrestling. At least they're watching it on 2 channels now. This is not the list any longer, it is the lexicon of the champion. Over the world,